can't see your comments, so I don't know. Look at me. The squirrel right on top of me. I just saw your thing with Tony. Are you guys cool? Yes. Haircut? I need one. I need a haircut. I mean, this is just who I am. I can't control it. So if people want to pick on me, make attacks, physical attacks, go ahead. Go ahead. Because I don't attack physical looks. So let me ask a question. Let me just let you know. Just a little information. When I'm in the steps with Steve is I turn on the camera. I'm letting my biorhythms settle in. I want you to enjoy silence. I want you to enjoy natural sounds. So I'm not even looking at comments, to be honest with you. I would say don't even, unless you just don't mind. If you don't mind. And then I'll flip it around. Ooh. I'll flip it around.
Star Wars. I think that's what I'm drawn to.
What is that, an emoji? I mind. God, my skin is rough. But you know what? That's who I am. That's who I am. I'm not a sex symbol. I'm totally cool with that. Okay, so, all right, I'm here. Hi, everybody. Don't ignore us. But you have to let me get loose. It's like I'm at the stadium. Let me stretch. Let me meditate for a moment. And then I talk. I feel you got to let me settle in. You do 5 minutes. These guys, I would run these meetings for my show. And then you'd let somebody else, and it's like, you got to let 5 minutes of just chit chat. You don't go right into a meeting and step up to the board and go, we're doing this, we're doing that. These guys have no bedside manner. And the guys I have issues with, most of them, to be honest with you, aren't Jewish. Don't you get it? This has nothing to do with politics. This has nothing to do with education. I'm just saying the shows I've worked on, I've clashed with Gentiles. That's just a fact. And I work on comedy shows, humor shows. I'm not talking drama. I'm not talking Telemundo. I'm not talking Christian broadcasting. I'm talking straight up, energetic, in the moment, professional, successful comedy. The only time I butted heads is with Gentiles. What can I tell you? Crossing the street here. I'm only telling you the truth. I was supposed to have a spot tonight at the Comedy Store, but the show got moved around. So it was an accounting error. It was an accounting error. Oh, look at that. I should have worn my hat. It's so frickin' bright today. But I wanted to get sun. I made the choice. I go, you know what? I want my skin to get about a half hour of sun today. So that's what we're doing. I'm sorry. I'm completely sorry that I'm getting a half hour of sun. So, I'm working it out. Just to let you know, I'm walking to Starbucks. My name is Stephen Brody Stevens. I had apple cider vinegar. I had BioSil. I had L-arginine. I had water. I took a shower. I brushed my teeth. Did not floss. Did that the other day. Yesterday. Day before. I have a podcast today at 2 p.m. Yesterday's audition went well. It did go well. I was happy with it. The note was right there. Let's bring it down a notch. And that's what I did. I was excited, just like I am now. They go, okay, bring it down. Well, meaning like, I just took direction. I've been on those kind of auditions before. They go, we like it. Now, a little less. And I go, that's what Todd Phillips tells me, which he did. He told me that in Due Date, a little less. Because the camera picks up everything. So, when you're doing movies, you got to bring it down. And then TV, sometimes even more. Anyway, so I did that. That doesn't mean anything. It means just I left the audition feeling good. I didn't leave feeling awkward, or I embarrassed myself, or I felt I wasn't prepared. I probably could have been a little more prepared, to be honest with you. But, is the street blocked off? I walk away. Oh my Jeep Liberty. What are the odds? Oh my gosh. That's real interesting. See, I don't look that, it's just lighting's harsh. It's not that bad. My skin. I mean, I'm not perfect. I self-mutilate. So, anyway, the audition went well, number one. So I felt good about it. And it's for a Fox show. It'd be a guest star. I probably won't get it, just to let you know. And I'm okay with that. My goal was to walk out of the audition feeling as though I did something okay. This guy looks familiar. Locked off. Somebody already... Look at that. Somebody already drove on it. That's a waste. Look at that. That's California for you, folks. What are they building? A train track here? Nice job. Effed up Californias. They passed. They thought, oh, we're going to be like Colorado or whatever, and we're gonna pass all these a-holes. Well, maybe they were stuck in there. Maybe it wasn't an a-hole. Maybe it was somebody that wasn't prepared. Maybe they go, hey, we didn't pass. I don't know. I don't know if it's an a-hole or what. All I'm saying is this is California, and things don't get done. I told you that. Nobody wants to listen. And then they passed the marijuana bill, right? So that people go, okay, now you can walk in, you can get pot everywhere, or you can have the philosophy of, oh, I don't have to stress out. I can just, more of it is walking in, and the other thing is you don't have to worry about police bothering you. Okay, I get that. If you want to take that extra stress that you have to look out for police, or you can't step outside, okay, let's just not even get into that. But now you go, and what I hear, the taxes are outrageous. The pot's like out of control price. So it's driving people back to the black market. Why would you go into a quote-unquote legal California pot shop and now you have to pay like 20% tax? So they're not going in. So now they're going back to the black market because the deals are better. Don't you understand? That's California. They thought they were being... We're going to be Colorado, we're going to be Washington or whatever. They couldn't do it. You know, maybe Washington can pull it off because they're on the frickin' border with Mexico. I don't know. They don't have as many people. I don't know. All I know is it seems to work in Colorado and it seems to work in Washington, but you do it here in California and they F it up. But what do I know? I'm just a guy who has to frickin' scratch and claw for every single dollar. But if you look back at what I've said, I've been right. And then, don't you think, I show those photos of me at McDonald's, at El Pollo Loco, and all those places, and I'm lean. I'm still lean. They say, oh, America has an obesity problem. Maybe they do. Well, why don't they start walking? Why don't they start taking apple cider vinegar? Why don't they start stretching? Because they don't have PE programs. They should make these kids walk for 20 minutes a day. They don't. Now they're fat. I'm not fat. I'm lean because I take proper supplements. I stay positive. I stretch. And I go to McDonald's. And I go to Wendy's. And I go to Del Taco. And I go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I eat candy every day. And I show it on Periscope. And that's why I have 30 million hearts, but not many followers. Go ahead. Enjoy being angry. Enjoy being overweight. Enjoy being stressed. I'm not. The only stress I have is shelter. That's it. I'm not angry. Facebook, just a footnote, because nobody likes the lies. Just be honest. I'm not asking for people to change. Just be honest. You know, it's like you see Aziz sticking fingers in somebody's throat. That's an indicator of who you are. I'm not saying it was assault. I'm not saying it was date rape, because it wasn't. I don't believe any of that. I don't believe it was rape. I don't believe it wasn't. It wasn't sexual assault. And I think she was doing her thing with the article and that. That being said, it's embarrassing for him because he wrote a whole book about romance. So it shows that that's a lie because he doesn't have game. Pretty much, even though he got her back. Number two, he did a whole show on this. I don't get that. Maybe he's doing the Me Too movement. Then he says he's a feminist, right? Then he went on SNL and he slammed America and Trump. That's the way I look at it. So, that being said, I feel like I don't think they should take his shows away. I think that's just who he is. So should somebody be out of work because that's who he is? Should somebody be arrested for that's who he is? Career set? No. Now we just know who he is. That's all. So now, when you see these guys, and I hate to say it, Aziz's parents are Muslim. I look at videos. I look at the Swedish videos. That's kind of the culture. And I accept it. I'm not saying change. I'm saying I don't want to be around it. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying don't change. I don't want to be around it. So I wouldn't trust Aziz, is what I'm saying. If you want to get fingers jammed down your throat, be with him. Because that's the culture. I'm saying I don't want to be around that. And just don't say it's a bad date. Say it's a bad culture. And move on. Now you know what you got. It's like you hang out with Snoop Dogg, you know you're going to smoke pot. You hang out with Aziz, you know you're going to get fingers jammed down your throat. You just know it. Why is that wrong? Yes, she was acting like, oh, you weren't there. You weren't there. He didn't dispute the fingers in the throat. You could say she should have ran out. He's a little guy. I don't care about that. I'm talking about fingers down the throat. That's all I'm talking about. And then you get this Cory Booker guy who's on there in tears of rage because the president said Haiti was a shithole. Are you kidding me? I don't get it. I really don't, but that's okay. So, don't you know that you can't go along with that? How can you be an adult human being and go, first of all, and it's just yelling at the white blonde girl. They're just teeing off on her. I watch it, to be honest, as a white guy, and I saw a black guy verbally abusing a white blonde girl and just laying out on her. It's like I saw it. I didn't like it. Cory Booker he's hiding something. When you're that angry, you are hiding something. Sensitive, Steve. Sensitive to that. Let me go ahead and read your comments before I go across the street. You get more bees with honey. You're ignorant. Why am I ignorant? Tell me why. Did you go to Reseda? Have I been arrested? Tell me why I'm ignorant. Have you done 3,000 television audience warm-ups when you deal with crowds every day in groups? Tell me. Tell me why I'm ignorant. We're waiting. That's the talk. Don't you understand? There's good people like me are just waiting to pounce. I'm waiting to pounce on these guys. And then if I'm waiting to pounce, think about everyone else. Sam is ready to pounce. Tinfoil hat, we're ready to frickin' pounce. I told you ahead of time. You didn't want to listen to me. They didn't, because Doug Benson blocked me when I said, why is Cory Booker yelling at me? Just remember that. During the Democratic National Convention, sweaty and angry, Booker is yelling at me. I go, why is this guy yelling at me? And then Doug Benson goes, he's a great speaker, and then he stopped following me. That's why I don't do Doug Benson shows. So when you see Doug Benson, Doug loves movies. Well, Doug doesn't love Brody because Brody said something that was so out of line and so wrong. So I'm not on Doug Benson's show. That's how this town works. Don't you get it? All because I said Cory Booker, this is before the election, and I was right. So there you go. That's what goes on here. So and then I remembered that. I remembered when I said something about immigration 2 years ago. I go, can we do maybe a better? Do they just walk in and do that? And then Kumail and Michael Ian Black. And then losing pitcher Brendan McCarthy, who's never won anything, comes after me and telling me that I'm wrong. F you guys. You're losers. And you pat each other on the back. I don't see you at the Comedy Store making strangers laugh. Anyway, I'll stop. You are complicit in assisting Russia in destroying America. I'm Russian. I like Russia. What's the problem? Maybe they need to learn over there a little bit. Maybe we can help Russia. Maybe we can say, Doug Benson, yeah, he doesn't follow me because of that. So did Ian Carmel. He's another guy who works for James Corden. He's another guy who stopped following me and said something. So when you think of Doug Benson, think of Ian Carmel. Look at those guys. They probably are creepy towards women. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I don't virtue signal. I don't tell you what to do. I just tell you what I see from a guy who went to Los Angeles public schools, a guy who's done 3,000 television audience warm-ups, a guy who's been on Between Two Ferns, a guy who's in The Hangover. I'm just sharing information with you. A guy who was on the Chicago Cubs World Series parade, a guy who went to Arizona State where we have the most players all time in the major leagues, but I'm ignorant. Go ahead. I don't go to bed angry. You go to bed angry. Judd Apatow's an angry guy. He's connected with angry people. Aziz, Lena, Seth Rogen. These are bad people. They're good, and then the minute you tweak them, you're out. Because they're sensitive, they're babies, they're soft, they can't make strangers laugh. They're good business guys, but they're delusional, and they didn't go to Los Angeles public schools. They didn't live my situation. I got bussed. Okay? I was a Jewish guy in Arizona. So I've been the white guy around blacks. I've been the Jewish guy around whites. Okay? And I've been the American guy around Latinos. So don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Are you blind? That's funny. Yes. All right, let me wrap this up. And I want to apologize if I went overboard. I'm not perfect. I'm going to go get a little bit of a drink. And then I will move in your head like Stevie Wonder. That's funny. Doug Benson doesn't talk about women but follows them on Instagram. No, you didn't always. And you know what? I'm forgiving. I had arguments with Graham Elwood before. Graham's sensitive. Graham gets mad. But you know what? He's funny. And he's a good guy. You could see it. And he makes me laugh. So Graham's out there, and we go, and be a good guy. Whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. And I want to say, let's go ahead and, anyway. Or yes, I'm cool with Tony. I'm cool with everybody. But you know what? Even those guys act up. Tony's like a little brother, but he's doing great. Tony's a hard worker. Tony cares. He's smart. But you know what? We butt heads sometimes. That just happens. But brothers fight. Not fun. Beef is good. Hope to watch your special this year. I don't know if that's going to happen. These people that unfollow. You are an outstanding athlete. Borzello's dad helped us. Yes, he did. Borzello's dad helped us. Taught us how to be. All right, I'm just babbling right now. I'm going to cross the street. Todd Glass is a good guy. I know he's out. He's doing stuff too. I just want what's best for everybody. Who doesn't feel good about Korea and South Korea and whatever those Koreans are doing? How does that not feel good? I love that. It's like Bloods and Crips together. Easy-E and KRS-One would be proud. West Coast, East Coast. North Coast, South Coast. I don't know if I don't check my phone. I stay at 97.1. It's like my temperature. 97.1 is my body temperature. It doesn't really move. And it's been there for a while. All right, it's very sunny. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you. I apologize if I've done anything wrong. Sure. What would happen if Bobby Lee did a tour? I don't know. All right, let me ask, in closing, should I feel good about this scope? Oh, great scope. Thank you. Bye, Brody. Oh, I just lost a follower. Yep. 0 flaws. Why have flaws? Yes, the Periscope was brought to you live and in sync in color. I enjoyed it. This was interesting. I could be in trouble on that one. Scope on point. Just got here. I thought you said thank for shaming. And you know what? You do have to. Maybe Aziz just has to be taught. Like, hey, you don't jam fingers down. Everything else, that's what guys do. Jamming fingers down the throat. Next time, you may not want to do that. That's what I would say. You're the bipolar bear. We love it. I'm up and down. Yes, honey, you're strong and smart. Ha, ha, ha. Brody knows baseball. I always enjoy an SBS lesson. Thank you. The ripples from this very scope fell through. I don't know about through eternity. The word ripples are funny. Maybe she was... Okay. Bipolar bear. But that's an Owen Benjamin thing. He's got the bearables. You mowed down Torrance kids. I did strike out 4 or 5 of them. You think Aziz didn't use his power as a celebrity at all? Very little. I don't know. I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, my issue is he didn't, I think, jamming the fingers down the throat. I'm not into it. Sorry. And then, as a side note, look, the guy said he was a feminist. Look, it's embarrassing because he did the modern romance. And he's not known as the greatest guy. That's all. But you know what? Maybe he can learn. And I'm telling you, you got to give people... Even Logan Paul deserves a second chance. Logan Paul is thanking Aziz Ansari. See, these are good jokes. I can definitely get laughs with these. I thought comics hated... I think, well, I don't know about hated, but I don't think he has the greatest reputation. But that doesn't mean... that just means in times like this, you're not going to get the backing. Maybe he needs to do an apology tour.
Oh, my God.
I enjoyed Human Giants. I don't want to hear any more about them. Oh, jeez. Aziz said to mistreat new... Maybe. At least it wasn't Eric. Brody's book, How Connie Sausage is Made. Okay, I got to go. Thank you very much. You guys are great. I'm not perfect. I procrastinate. I've made mistakes. But I'm sharing with you. You help me. I'll tell you what. I will tell you in 2 things. Me talking on this had helped me with my audition. You already know it's helped me with my stand-up. You already know that me periscoping has helped with my stand-up. And you can say, well, Brody, what about your stand-up? You don't go on the road. Well, I'm at the Comedy Store 2 to 3 times a week. I'll take that. That's an indicator of something. Then my audition. I can honestly say that practicing on Periscope, talking on Periscope, helped me just be myself on the camera there. So I will say that. And then number 2 or 3, I had a meeting yesterday, and the meeting was a creative meeting, and it was with probably 8 people. I led the meeting, I did all the talking, and I would say that Periscope, having an audience here of 58 people, makes it, if having an audience digitally in front of 58 people makes it easy to talk in front of live, in person, touching, feeling, smelling, 8 people. So there's 3 instances yesterday where the Periscope helped me out. So, and then on top of that, just think when I practice my drumming, that's a hobby. You got to have a little bit of a hobby. So I'm practicing my drumming. I'm sitting on a Swiss ball. I'm stretching. So I am doing those things. Again, I got to get going. Have a great afternoon, and I'll talk to you later. Enjoy it. I am podcasting at 2, so have your questions ready. Festival of Fun with Stephen Brody Stevens. And hope put out good thoughts. I think I could have some positive things on the horizon. I think 2018. I have to take advantage of the year of the dog. I have to. So keep pushing me. Brody, go to Roast Battle. Brody, do Sunday Night with Fraser Smith. Brody, go to Arizona. Brody, take advantage of 2018, year of the dog. God spelled backwards. Push, push, push. We need you. So do that. You help me. I help you. Take your $1,000 tax revenue. Fly me out for a corporate meeting. Get me back. You got it. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thank you very much. Enjoy it. Aspen. Push, 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 push and believe. Brody, make the pitch break. No lazy curves. Thoughts on net neutrality. Brody, I don't know about it. Brody, drumming. I have a flight pass. Good. I scratch your back, you shave mine. Yes. Chinese eat dog. Okay. Good energy. Good energy. I'll take good energy. I will take good energy. That's what Joe Maddon's with the Cubs, that's his motto for this year. Energy and enthusiasm. Enjoy it. You don't think me saying positive energy, me being friends with the media guy, Berzello, you don't think those words resonate through the clubhouse? Why is Joe Maddon, his 2 words for this year are energy and enthusiasm? I mean, what more can I tell you? All right, guys, I got to go. Have a great time. I'll be at the Comedy Store Friday and Saturday. Wednesday night, there's a accounting air, so there's a special show going on. The regular show got moved. I was on the regular show. I need to sell my Vespa. Please help me with selling my Vespa. I'd like to get rid of my couch and get a lazy boy. I need a lazy boy chair. Should I cut cable? I'm ready to cancel cable. I've not watched TV for 2 months. Ladies and gentlemen, reporting live from the San Fernando Valley, Stephen Brody Stevens. Yes. All right, we are now here with the post-scope talk. That was a lot. That was a lot. And now I'm coming down. And post-scope encore. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. You guys were good. Vespa's rock. I got to sell it. I mean, again, my fear is shelter and an EBT card. If I can have shelter and an EBT card, I will give you this each and every single day of my life. Okay, folks. Talk to you later. I need to exfoliate. I know I do. I haven't exfoliated for about 3 weeks. There's Jerome. All right, guys, I got to go. Enjoy. You make a good Freddy. Okay, that's an attack. That really reminds me of an attack. Okay, guys, enjoy.